For a dusk or a dawn scene, I would recommend using the program mode, setting the ISO, the white balance, and possibly the timer if you need to use a tripod. Let's begin by setting the program mode. Turn your mode dial to P. This will give you access to the necessary functions. Make sure the ISO is set to the smallest number possible. Press the ISO button right here and go down to set it to 100. This will maintain the smoothest colors in the sky. Press the Set button to escape. Now let's go ahead and set the white balance. Press the WB button right here. Set the white balance to daylight for probably the most accurate colors. But if you want to warm up the tones a little bit in the sky, I would recommend setting it to either cloudy or shade. Once you have the proper white balance selected, press the Set button to escape. That's pretty much it. You just want to make sure there's enough light in your scene that you can handhold the camera. If you can't, you may need to set it down on something steady or use a tripod. Press the shutter button halfway and see what the shutter speed is set to. Because my ISO is so low, the shutter speed may be less than 1/30th of a second, in which case you might want to consider using a tripod. If your shutter speed is more than 1/30th of a second, then you should be fine hand-holding the camera. If you do need to use a tripod, you'll probably want to set the timer function. To set the timer function, move this switch to the timer function icon. Now you can access the timer function via the quick menu. Press the quick menu button right here. Move over till you get to the timer function and go down to 2 seconds. This will allow you to press the shutter button and release the camera, giving it those 2 seconds to stop shaking before the image is captured. Press Set or the quick menu button to escape this. Now you're ready to take your picture. Press the shutter button halfway to focus on your subject, in this case, probably the horizon. If you're not using a tripod, you can simply recompose the image and then press the shutter button the rest of the way to take the picture. If you are, however, using a tripod, you may want to compose the image first and then move the focusing square to the focus point. Press the autofocus mode button right here and press the down arrow button to move the focus point around. Now I can use my navigation buttons to move my focusing point up and over depending on where I want to focus. Press Set to accept. Now I can compose my image first and focus later. Press the shutter button halfway, make sure the focus is locked, and then press the shutter button the rest of the way to start the 2-second timer.